Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, Tony, and on Long Island. What is the significance of using someone or something's name in a spell? And I know this person meant the true name.
Which is where I was going with this question at first, that everything in this world is vibration. Quantum physics tells us there are quarks and particles beyond what even
String
our
theory,
beyond what our physical or even many of our instruments can detect. So what is vibration if not sound? If everything is vibration, then everything is sound. So knowing the true name of something is about knowing its inherent vibration. And then by the law of resonance, if you can get something, if you can take something that's going like this, and your vibration is like this, it's not a resonance. You gotta
do the same
get
thing.
into synchronicity with it, then absolutely you can affect and change its vibration. So I think that's where that statement comes from, if you know something's true name. But the ability to know something's true name is really hard to find out. So that's where I kind of make the jump into the idea of magical names. That it's another part of that question, though it may not directly answer the question that this person is asking. I think we kind of did that. When a witch takes on a magical name, it's so that they can find resonance with more of their interior self than their exterior self. My birth name is Mark Angelo Lyons, which in and of itself is a rather magical name if you take apart what it means. I mean, you take Mark and Angelo, put it together, it's Mark Angel. Mark Angel, to get rid of the M and the O, my name is Archangel, which is a very powerful archetype in my life. My magical name, however, is L-Star Mooncrow. When I'm in official high priest mode as a third degree, it's Lord. There's a title that gets thrown on there because that's the way our coven runs. Lord L-Star Mooncrow. It's not a title I use a lot. I have an angelic name, which is supposedly the name of my higher self. Supposedly, please. I've trained and taught that for over 10 years, which is Elistariel. And I took that name Elistariel and brought it into the craft as L-Star. And then there is the secret hidden name known only to me and my God that I don't tell anybody. That's highly guarded for a reason, because I do consider that my true name, and it's mostly vibration and very hard to pronounce anyway. So when you use it in spell work, and I know that there's a part of this about calling on angels and things of that nature.
The sigils, yes.
Working with angelic sigils, well, signals kind of worked its way into there because it's like broadcasting a signal. It's pulling upon an archetypal force.
On a specific vibration, because you're creating a sigil that resonates with a specific angel.
And the same thing with naming gods or goddesses, or working with saints. You're using that name almost like a telephone number to plug in. It's the same thing with my spirit guides. When I'm reading somebody, there are certain symbols that I can sense in the person's energy field or in the room. So if I'm reading you, like there have been times where Mother Mary has just been sitting on someone's head. Where's Mother Mary? And sometimes it's from over here or from over here, or, outside of the quote-unquote person's personal energy field. Those, in a sense, are called by name by me. But let's also be clear. Everybody has one name, Om. A-U-M-O-M. We're all from the one, because ultimately all vibrations merge into God, into the oneness that we truly are. So if I just did a spell for somebody. I rarely do spells for people, but this is someone who was really in a bind and needed my help. And so I incorporated the person's name as well as the other person that they were working with, but that it all be done for the highest good. Doing that was so much more specific to that person's need than just saying, oh, may it all work out, no matter what, for the highest good, although that was absolutely woven in there. So I would say, like anything else, be careful working with names, because you are weaving into the spell the vibration of another individual.
And you're directing it.
Sure. It's like putting an address on something. And I think that's why I tend to work with my magical name more when I'm doing magic. When I enter circle, it's not that I leave Mark Lyons at the door, it's that I allow L-Star to come more prominent. It's more of a way of focusing. And it rose by any other name. It doesn't ultimately matter what you call yourself, but your soul has a vibration specific unto itself. But there's a difference between the soul and the spirit. If the spirit is where we all come together, where we all merge, where we all join, then there is no name for that. It is the unspeakable.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.